Hey guys, how are y'all? Happy Friday. Listen, I don't know about y'all, but I am excited that today is Friday. Friday does something different for me. I don't know, like it just gives me this boost of energy. It makes me feel like the weekend is just about to be everything. Even if it don't, I always get that feeling. There's just something about me and Fridays. Like, I love it. But, so I'm hoping you all had a, good Friday as well. Well, is having a good Friday because it's actually evening right now. But, yeah. So, let's talk about maturity. Because, I got a little ride ahead of me. And I'm like, why not? Let's do it. Let's talk about maturity. And, just developing and coming into, your own. And really embracing who you are and embracing who you are becoming, letting go of the things that are behind you, the former things, and just taking hold of what God is developing you to be and developing you to become. And I've been thinking about that whole thing and that whole transition process and how beautiful it can be if we just submit to it, right? A lot of times that transition stage is not, always as beautiful as it can be because we reject it a lot, or, we get discouraged, or we become frightened and fearful because of it. But the reality is none of us want to stay the same. All of us are striving for something. All of us are trying to grab hold of something in life, and it can be scary at times. And often, when I think about this, I like to put, a picture of something in my head and make it visible, outside of just what's happening, internally with me. So when I was thinking about it, I was thinking about like when a kid is first learning to, ride a bike, and how you got, the parents that are holding the bike up and holding the handle bars with the kid, or holding the back of the seat and got their hand on the kid's shoulder, and the kid feel that sense of security. And once the parent, see that the child starts to develop a posture in what they're doing, and they seem more, sturdy in what they're doing, the parents start to develop a confidence that if I let go, it's a good chance that they may be able to hold this bike up now on their own. So, at first the parents like, oh no, I don't want my child to fall on, so they stay holding on. But at some point they like, okay, I gotta eventually let go, because if I always stay holding on to the bike or stay holding on to the child, they're never going to be able to do it alone, which is the ultimate goal. So little by little they'll start to take one hand off and just hold with the other hand, or they'll just keep the tip of their finger like on a kid, or when they let go fully, they stay right by the bike running beside it, just to make sure if anything go wrong they got them. And I thought about that in regards to our development as adults, when we're so used to things being a certain way. We're so used to people leading us and people guiding us, and even with God, we're used to God holding our hand every step of the way. And then it gets to a point where God is like, all right, you got this now. I need you to go forth and do what it is that I showed you that you can do, or I need you to tap into that power that I have placed within you. You got this now. You can do it. And we start looking at it, and then we're like, oh no, don't let go, where you at? And instead of, building that self-assurance in who we are and what, God has developed in us enough that we're able to do this thing on our own now, right? Or we look to, people who've always been there to, I'll help you, I'll do it for you, and stuff like that. And what it does is it begins to handicap us to a certain extent if that person never lets go, right? And it's the same, concept in regards to a kid. And this is something I had made a post about. I've been making a lot of inspirational quotes and stuff, but it's so much truth in those quotes. And the point of those quotes is, I put them out there to empower people, to enlighten people, and sometimes just to be that reminder in people's life when they're going through current situations and circumstances, that they can get over it, they can get past it. They are not alone in this. Other people do encounter these same things, but there is a way to go about these things in decency and in order, and there's a way not to become stuck in those places, right? Or to become fearful and timid in those places. So one of the posts that I put out was saying that your ability to stand alone is, it says something like it was confirmation or your assurance or proof that you are ready to walk it out. And when I made that quote, I was thinking in regards to children again, how when a child is first learning to walk, he or she will first begin to start to stand up, right? And they'll start to pull themselves up on things and, hold on to the table or hold on to the door or hold on to their parents' leg, anything that they could get their hands on. And they begin to use their strength and pull their body up to their feet, right? And then you'll see a couple weeks or a month later, they'll start to let go of what it is that they was holding on to, and they'll just stand there, right? But they'll stand there and they won't fall as much as they used to. And with them not falling as much as they used to, they develop a sense of confidence, like, oh, I got this. So now where they were shaky, or where they felt like they needed to lean, or where they felt like they needed to hold on, they begin to realize, oh, I don't have to do that no more, because now I can stand alone. And if you had children or seen children be raised, one of the telltale signs to the parent, when the child starts standing alone, that's when they're about ready to walk. They're about ready to walk on their own, because they have that confidence now to stand, and they have that balance without falling. So once they have that, it gives the parent assurance, and it serves as a telltale sign that this kid is now ready to walk. And that is what is happening with many of you. A lot of you are looking around and you are not seeing, the help that you've always seen. Or we can even look at it in regards to support, because like I said, sometimes that child will grab hold of that parent and they'll hold on for dear life, because that's their support. And they feel like, without this support, I'm going to fall. Without this support, I can't stand, right? So when you start to look around and you start to see that, oh my goodness, my support is gone. Oh my goodness, the people that was always there to help me is gone. Oh my goodness, it's not anyone around to do it for me this time. Oh my goodness, where's God when I need him? I can't hear him right now. What is going on? And it's not necessarily that those people are abandoning you. It's just that life is proving to you that you have now developed to a place where you are able to stand alone. And then once you realize, oh wow, I got it, I can stand alone and still make it. I can stand alone and still, see this thing through, and still bring these assignments or missions or goals or whatever it is to pass. It gives you another degree of confidence. And with that next degree of confidence, your next step will be to walk it out, because you feel empowered. You feel like, if I can do this, then I can do that. One thing propels the next thing. And that's something that we have to begin to realize. So often we shun change, and I talk about this all the time because I was a product of that. Somebody who shunned change. I felt like, oh my goodness, if something is changing, then things is off, things is wrong. But I didn't realize how much I was hindering myself just with that mentality. So that's the whole point of this video today, to change your mentality about what's happening in your life, because you can be praying for one thing. You can be hoping for one thing. You can be wishing for one thing, but your actions is contrary to you ever receiving what it is that you are praying, hoping, or wishing for. You have to change the perspective of things. If the reality is you are now doing something and it's still something that could possibly benefit your future or could possibly be a blessing in your life, and you're looking around and you don't see surrounding you the things that once were, whether it's people, things, places, because sometimes you can change your environment and feel that anxiety, right? So no matter what it is, when you look around and you don't see that those things are there anymore, I want you to then look at yourself. And when you look at yourself and see that you are still standing, that you still have stability, that you do still have balance, I want you to take that as the reassurance or as the telltale sign that you are now ready to walk it out. Because as long as you are leaning and as long as you are constantly using people as a crutch, as long as you feel like you're not good enough or you're inadequate and you feel like you need the other people to accomplish something that God has given you to do, then you are not developed to the place where you are able to actually take hold of the fullness of that blessing anyway. So when you see yourself at these places, no, I'm not saying to, X anybody out. I'm not saying people don't matter. I'm not saying that you will never have help. I'm not saying any of those things. What I am saying is I want you to find a sense of security in yourself. I want you to reevaluate your situations, and I want you to examine your life and what it is that life is trying to birth out of you. What it is that God has put in you that needed to be developed, that may have got to a place of maturity, and now the proof in that maturity is you being able to live and be your authentic self by yourself without the assistance of somebody else helping you to do or be who it is that you were destined to be. Guys, I do not want you to take anything that I am saying the wrong way, because some people will take them like, oh no, I don't need nobody else in life, or I'm good all by myself. No, I'm not saying that, because people are sent to be a blessing in your life, and you are sent to be a blessing in other people's life. Blessings begot blessings, period. So I don't want you to get it misconstrued in any way, but I do want you to know, as with a child, it's not that they will never walk with a friend. It's not that they, will never sit with a partner. It's not that they will never assist anyone else. It's not that someone will never assist them in another area. But in their ability to stand alone, the parent gains reassurance that even if I let go, or even if they let go, that child will not fall. So guys, if you are standing alone, that is the telltale sign that you will not fall. You got this thing and you are ready to walk it out. Bye guys. I hope that blessed you. If so, do me a favor and like, comment, share, and subscribe.